Hi, I have saggy eyes, and this is how I do my eyeliner in order to make them not look saggy. There are some tricks and things that I use not only on myself and my mature eyelid space, but also on all of the models that I've worked with in the past. This is a technique I always do when I do eyeliner. So I always start with a non-waterproof pencil. This allows it to glide easier and not pull on the skin. Now I do have to slightly pull the skin over when I get into the inner corner to the outer corner. I just rough shape this. I just want to keep a very thin line. It does not have to be perfect. We're going to clean that up later. Once I get that thin line, I'll look straight ahead and I'll allow the skin to fall in its place, and I just start to very roughly shape out the eyeliner right there. And I mean very roughly because I am going to clean it up. I just want to position the eyeliner where I want the wing. So if I want the wing to go up and out, which I normally prefer a very straight wing, where you get that sag right there, it's the easiest if you just let that skin flap down and just go right in with your pencil and make somewhat of a shape. And once we've kind of got a really terribly rough shape, we're just going to go in with a pointed Q-tip and a micellar water. This isn't really going to mess anything up. You haven't set anything. Normally I would have no foundation on, no concealer, nothing. I do my eyeliner before anything. So you take the pointed Q-tip dipped in the micellar water. You don't want it too wet, but just take that Q-tip and you're going to clean and sharpen up the edges of your wing. Now it's still not gonna be perfect. You're going to clean up those edges, then you're gonna go back in with your pencil and just looking again with that skin hanging down in the sag, in the fold, you just wanna take your pencil and fill in those little points. So no matter which way you look with your eye, it gives some sort of lift and some sort of pull out, and hopefully the eye doesn't look more sagging, if that makes sense. Once you've got your perfect shape, you've taken your time. I went off camera and did a little bit more perfecting with the pencil because it's definitely hard to do when your mirror is really far away. So take your time on this, and then you're going to go in and set with a liquid liner. Now the reason I like this way to do it, one, I work on a lot of different people, so I can sketch out on any single eye shape, and I am not committed to one single shape by using a liquid liner right away. If you were someone who wanted to go in with eyeshadow, I suggest doing the non-waterproof pencil. Then you can go in with a waterproof and just really layer on and hold that shape. Go in with your eyeshadow, do all the fun little things that you want to do, and at the very end, because your shape is still there, you're going to then go in with your liquid eyeliner and you're going to set everything in place. I love this technique. I didn't do it today because I personally love this look without any eyeshadow or with very simple shadow on the lid. Be very careful with this. Some eyeliners don't like eyelash curlers and they'll pull right off, but this one's pretty good, the Danessa Myricks. So I go in, start at the tips of the lashes, work my way back, curl the lash. After I curl the lashes, I Tightline, and I use a waterproof pencil for this part. So yes, this is a 3-step eyeliner, but layering, it is worth it. This is what they did in the past. This is a vintage technique. You lay down your pencil and then you go in with a water activated paint to set it. Or then later in the 60s, they had liquid liner. And the great thing about tightlining your eye, especially with waterproof, you shouldn't get any transfer, and then the eye is really beautifully pulled out because you have all of the entire black wing, all one section, and it really lengthens and lifts the eye. I'll put my mascara on. I use waterproof because I really want to hold that lash curl because my lashes are so intensely straight, so I have to use waterproof. I will take a demi-wispy and I usually just cut it in half. I use the smaller to the larger end, and I will just put that in position on the outer corner of the eye. What's so great about using a half lash is that you are going to cover up that outer sag. So where you've sort of created that little square eyeliner, you don't really see it as much when you've got the lashes kind of covering it. So that is really helpful also to lift the outer corners of the eyes. And it's just really easy to put on. It's so much more easy than doing a strip lash. But of course you can wear any lash you want with this. I just love this look. I love this technique. It's a little bit a la Marilyn Monroe. When I do the lash, I like to use a dark duo adhesive. I just find that that again strengthens the black of the lash. So you don't have to put any more mascara on it, but I want a little extra. But I like to keep the underneath really clean, and then the eye just looks really pulled out. It has a vintage vibe to it, like a little bit Barbie 1960s. With this technique, you don't have to go so big. I love big makeup. I love a lot of makeup, as you all know. So you can do the same exact technique, much smaller. For someone who is extremely skilled with a liquid liner and you can just go right in and bam, bam, bam on yourself, on anybody else, good for you. I can't do it. I have to use the pencil. This technique is great, not only just for putting on yourself, but also when you do on a model. For any makeup artists out there, it just takes out the anxiety. I mean, I'm like, if I have to go straight in with liquid liner, I'm holding my breath. Like, that's just too much. This is the easiest way to do it, by starting with nothing else on the face and going right in and making that liner perfect. You will reshape the eye and reshape the entire face, and you don't have to worry about any foundation on and messing that up. You can just take your time, get that liner right. Once you get that liner right, the beauty is there. Everything else on the face will just be easier to do because the beauty's already there. I hope that helped. Just give one final look of the eye makeup, and it should really work no matter which way you're looking. And even if you still have, like, when it does hit the sag, you've still got that pulled out effect. I just think we don't talk about sagging eyes when we have tons of space and the eyes start to fall over time. They do. Now, I want to point out one more thing. If you guys are seeing a little scar in here, I actually had an upper blepharoplasty, I believe it's called, and lower, and this basically took out some of the skin because my eyes were even saggier than this. I could not handle it, and I wasn't ready to accept it because I want to wear a lot of makeup on my eyes. So it did help, it helped, but it's just inevitable when you have a lot of eyelid space. It's great when you're young, but as you get older, gravity takes hold and it's going to fall. So yes, I had plastic surgery and I'm still having to do this sagging eyeliner technique, but it works and I am okay with it. I'm accepting it. Okay, I hope that helped you. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this kind of stuff, I'm gonna do more like quick tips, quick techniques that work for me, that work in my career, and maybe they'll help you out. So if you're into it, you know, let me know. See you on the next one.